Well, I guess the quickest way to get this done is to get it started. and, I've been struggling all day, uh, hoping to get better. I've been reading a lot, listening to people talk about the inner earth and other things. And the title that I've selected for this video is Between a Rock and a Hard Place. And the blurb that I wrote goes like this. One group of friends, and I don't have that written right. Let me just fix that because it's all spelled correctly. One group of friends insists that I follow Western medicine, with which I already have many doubts, and inner earth protocols that do not depend on medicine at all. It's all consciousness. Unfortunately, I have a heart that is not functioning at its optimal best. That's an understatement. It is operating very poorly. It's the end of the blurb. In any case, last week, at the Monday and Tuesday, I had my lungs drained. And I want to say that I have not felt better in a long time than to be able to breathe normally without gasping for air, and believing that the surgeon who set everything up was going to do the operation, the pacemaker and some of the stent or something else put in my heart to maintain my heart rhythms, to keep the blood circulating in my body at a normal function, so that I no longer have numbness in my feet and no longer have swelling down in the lower extremities of my body, because my heart beating as it is in arrhythmia and not at a normal pace does not create the pressure to pump the blood from my feet back up to my heart. So I have a dilemma, a physical, measurable dilemma that is affecting my breathing. As of Monday this week, I began noticing signs that I was not able to breathe normally. I was starting to gasp for air again and getting out of breath when I did any type of exertion. Totally different than it was last week up through the weekend. But this is where I am now, and I'm faced with the dilemma of a family that wants me to follow the protocols of Western medicine, which for a long time I've not agreed with, and I probably never will after seeing my dad go through 4 open heart surgeries and then keep increasing the medications that he was supposed to take till he was taking like 24 different medications when he died. And I vowed back then, before I had any open heart surgeries or any problem that I was aware of, I vowed that I would never go through that, that there had to be an alternative. I've looked at diet different times. People have recommended different things like urine therapy, which I cannot drink plain urine. I'm sorry. Even when I was trying urine therapy, I was putting a little bit of urine in it diluted with a lot of water, so that it was probably less than 10% urine, because I just can't think that the idea of drinking my own pee just is anathema to me. And my head controls a lot of my actions. I don't do things because somebody says they're good for me. I think things for myself and feel what I feel and make decisions based on what I think and what I feel. The same as pretty much everybody else, whether you want to admit it or not. I do not follow anybody blindly, although I am, as I said, between a rock and a hard place right now, with my family wanting me to continue the medication. I have 2 doctors, both of which, by the way, I like. I like the surgeon. I think he's a good guy, Dr. Cellini, and Dr. Robinson. I think they mean well. I'm not questioning them at all. But I noticed today, oh my God, Dr. Cellini prescribed the exact same medication with the exact same strength as Dr. Robinson prescribed, and I've got both bottles. So I had to pay for the same drug twice. And it's way more than I hope to ever take. I hope in the relative near future to get off of all Western medicine, period. I don't like it. I don't want it. I don't trust it because the profit motive has interfered with good medicine. And yes, there can be overdoses and abuse of herbs and things like that, but it's far safer, and there's good literature on how to determine what is enough and what isn't enough uh, without following blindly the Western prescriptions, the Western medicine prescriptions. So I am between this rock and a hard place. I am having this dilemma in my life as to which way to turn. My heart would like nothing better than to go out for the holistic route, uh, become part of the inner earth team, whatever the heck that is, and uh, work toward making the world a better place on the surface for all human beings, uh, regardless of their religion, regardless of their viewpoints, just making the world better. That's been my vision for a long time. It's why I do what I do. And some people are saying, well, Ron, you just need to quit. Well, I haven't quit this far. As you know, I was even doing videos from the hospital, and sometimes they weren't very coherent, but I was putting forth my best effort to produce a video every day. I've not been quite as uptight about that lately. I've allowed it some time to pass while I did not make videos, but that's very rare. Over the past 5 years, I've religiously made my videos, and I still believe very strongly in the ideals that I was putting forth in those videos. So I'm asking my friends to keep me in your prayers, and I know I'm going to get advice from both sides, and ultimately the decision rests with me. But right now, I know my heart is not sufficiently pumping strong enough to keep the blood circulating from my legs back into my chest. And that is a critical matter that I have to deal with because my feet are numb, they are swollen, and that creates a real problem for me. So I'm asking you again, as I've been asking, to keep me in your prayers and to pray that I make the right decision. And again, I'd love to make the decision to be totally holistic. The New Earth stuff seems really interesting, to say the least, and I'd like to be able to go along with that, but I can't. I have trouble making that decision when I'm have the physical symptoms that I have to deal with between this rock and hard place. So thank you very much for listening, and may God bless each one of you. Namaste. Why is it still going?